Hello and welcome back to Stumbling Through Starcraft 2. Today what I have to show you is a TVT. It's probably my least favorite matchup at this point because I really hate going tanks, and this match is more so to point out my folly. It's not a great match to show how well I'm doing. It's more to criticize myself so that you guys are knowing the problems I have, so that maybe you guys can be better. But also just self-analysis is always pretty good. You understand what you're going with. But I open up a pretty early supply depot. Branch mirror build. I mean, it's early TVT. Not much happens. I've been going reactor first to try and get that. I mentioned in the last episode, I try to go for Reapers now. A Reaper opening is quite nice. It gives you the early scouting, and it gives you the map control, even though I don't really use that much. It's a very useful opening. It gives you kind of the upper hand, and maybe you catch a unit or two. I'm trying to work on it. The problem is it takes so much time, so much management time, that it may not be best in all the situations, but I'm trying. I'm learning it to work on my macro in the behind the scenes to make sure I'm not overcommitting my attention to just picking off a probe or two while I end up doing nothing, which is not what you want to do. You don't want to trade a lot of attention for little victories and then you lose the ending. So yeah, my general strategy, he's going command center first. Man, go cray-cray. But I am also saving for command center, so... but the thing is, I converted to orbital first, and he's doing that now. So kind of different builds. He goes for earlier CC than me. So there's that. So he's already ready to get sort of a bigger advantage on me. He's got more SCVs, but I've got this Reaper here. So how can we follow him? I don't know. But I haven't scouted at all. Most of them like, hey, are you over here? But in the background, what am I doing? I'm trying to expand. I built a tech lab because I like getting my upgrades early. But I say, oh, he isn't there. He wasn't where I thought he was. So now you can sort of see where I am.
Complete.
But yeah, I built the tech lab, just sort of... My timings are all off. I'm new to this still. I've only played 40 games, so I'm not going to be the best. But he lifts up his command center there, and I'm saying, like, hey, wow, he's got nothing. So I start trying to pick away at these droids. He sends his marine at me, but he also pulls all these guys. So I'm like, great, I'm wasting all of his mining time. I come around, I'm like, hey, cool, SCV, awesome. There's another marine, and so he comes at me, so I'm like, oh nope, run away, yay! So that was a victory because I killed one SCV, yay! Small victories. But right now I've got more SCVs, so that kind of little poke there I think put me a little bit ahead economically, which is pretty good. I've got that Reaper there to sort of scout things and maintain map control, but now I can start working on my macro, get my medevacs out. Doing a probably a little bit too big drone transfer, but whatever. Converting, no, I'm not converting that. I've got 26 to 18, so my economy is in pretty good straight. He is expanding again, and ooh, man, I don't know if you can hear that. Apologies, the washer just needed to be adjusted. So yeah, he's going CC first. He's going for second command center there. So if we look at production, I'm building sort of more into military, and he's building definitely more into economic. But the thing is, this is the key thing. He's going for tanks, and for me, I really hate the factory units because they require a lot of micro, except for Widow Mines, because those are just sort of place and be done. But I really need to start going into more mech things. Use Hellions. So I scanned there, trying to figure out. It was kind of a waste of a scan, because I thought, like, well, why does he have his command center back there again? But then I didn't even realize that he had three command centers playing. But I'm just trying to macro ahead of him, but he's got 3 command centers, so he's potentially ahead of me. I'm ready to scout again. This is the very key thing. He has converted this one into a planetary fortress. And I hate that thing. I hate it so much. You will see in a second. Not necessarily in a second, but you will see why I hate that thing. See, the main strategy I've been going for is just mass marine, and it's kind of an easy thing to do, because all you just do is build barracks and pump them out. And while it works some of the time, it kind of gets countered by a lot of stuff like tanks and anything that does AoE damage, so it's a very weak build. I'm trying to learn other things, Hellions, incorporate those things into my builds, but I just don't like factory units, and I don't use them, but other people do, and so that's the key thing. But I'm trying to get a good marine count. I go for the mass marine count thing, but I do this thing right over here where I actually send out 2 SCVs to build command centers over here, sort of ninja expand. So yeah, I'm building infantry weapons, so I'm getting +1 on one side. Does he go for a ninja expansion? Oh, he must have scouted. He is scouting with that. Okay, so he knew that was there. So he's getting into full production there. He's got the same amount of SCVs. Those triple command center really pounded me hard. He's ahead, way ahead at this point. I didn't even realize it. He pushes out with this group. I thought he had medevaced it. Oh man, did he really get into there? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just slow down, man. So he comes over here to cancel this. I'm like, oh crap. I wanted to push here with my Marines and my medevac, but no, he was annoying. And it was like, lift, no wait. Oh, building stupid things. So he put his Marines there. So I tried to come and save it and send all my stuff, and this is why I need to start using tanks. Tanks are just incredibly good against Terran things, but I tried to sort of sneak up and use the sort of shadows. I'm like, hey, look, Marines there, but then his tanks just shredded me up. I hadn't built stim yet. It was so stupid of me not to build stim at this time. But now I'm also saying, okay, hey, I just defeated your expeditionary force right there. And right now, he actually only has siege tanks and 3 Marines. So I just killed all of his army. You'd think, oh, I just charge in now and kill him. Because look at this. I've got this massive force, right? Massive force. I'm like gathering all my things here. I've got so much production. I've got 50 Marines. 50 Marines. And all he's got is a couple of Marines, this siege tank, and this planetary fortress. And so I'm like, okay, come on, I gotta go. I got all these soldiers, I gotta go. Still don't have stim, which is the stupidest thing in the world for me. Stim would have been so useful here. But no, I didn't. Okay, so my Reaper soaks up a bunch of those hits. What I was doing, I targeted the tank, but I tried to target this planetary, but he does the really smart thing of repairing. And so this thing is not going to die, and he just liquefies everything I have. I just lost all my troops to this stupid planetary. And that was probably the turning point, because if I actually attacked his SCVs and not the planetary, I would have kind of come out ahead, because I would have killed his economy. I have 65 SCVs at this point, because I've got 4 command centers. I'm trying to save this. I actually popped out a mule and started repairing that, but then he spotted that and then comes down and kills that. So I'm like, come on, gosh darn it. But he does this smart thing. He brings over a drop and tries to, well, he doesn't try, he actually goes and he kills that. I'm just trying to build up forces and hit him again, because right now, what does he have? He's only got 4 tanks and 10 Marines. I've got 50 Marines. I should have this. But no, I am stupid. So I'm going over here, I'm like, oh crap. Streaming Marines. I've got 60 Marines. I've got more economy than him. At this point I realize, oh crap, I don't even have stim at this point. I take out his medevac, I try to take out the tank, quick fire that, and then I take out his other tank, and then I try to attack the planetary, but he repairs again, so I start taking out his SCVs. I tried to kill all of his SCVs at this point. I kind of did at this point. So he's down to 30 SCVs, which is kind of nifty. But he completely killed that force. And I've got essentially wave 3 ready, but now I'm trying to evacuate and I'm like, hey, you're killing them with the tank that's really low, so I killed a tank with SCVs. I'm getting ready for wave 3, but that planetary is just the MVP. 53 freaking kills. Can you believe that? He drops my main, and I'm like, crap, what am I supposed to do? Wipes out this entire patch, even though they were basically empty at the point. I try to attack, and I kill his forces, but he kills enough and stalls me, and then the planetary just takes me out with a little repair. And just completely flop. 76 kills. Can you freaking believe that? Probably all those were Marines. And so that planetary was the end. That just slaughtered me. Because I killed some of his economic power, but he killed all of mine. So I left. I was so mad at this point. Because what am I supposed to do? He killed my economy, so I had no income. So few of everything, and so I did not have the materials to make another push, and that planetary just slaughtered me. So in the future, don't go charging into a planetary unless you've got a massive number of Marines. I probably should have saved up wave 2 and 3 and put them together. I hate that thing so much. Anyway, that has been Stumbling Through Starcraft 2, and I'm an idiot. I mean, look at this. He's not even using his SCVs efficiently. I should have won this one. It was only his repair on that planetary that saved him. If he didn't have a planetary there, I would have rolled over him so badly. And that's the thing that really frustrates me. This is the one thing that kept me from that victory. And I mean, that and probably me not having stim. But I was so pissed after this. I had to take a break. But that was a sad loss, and I probably should have won, but I gave up. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.